What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rest Area Podcast. I'm joined by
Nick,
Alexis,
and I'm Joe. It's actually the first time we have a female on the show, right?
Is it?
I think so.
Oh,
She's probably the first girl we've had on here.
welcome, girl.
Yeah.
thank you
Should
guys.
You'll be our look into the woman mind,
Awesome.
and you will represent all women of the world on this podcast.
No pressure.
I don't know where to put my beer. All right, put it right here.
Put it right there.
So you'll start off with telling us anything about yourself, like what you're doing right now, or are you in school, anything like that?
Yeah, I was just telling Nick before. I end my spring semester on the 14th and jump right into more on the 18th.
So like right now with the whole like COVID-19, is school a lot harder for you, like with the online stuff?
Some like math for me is harder, just because I like to be in the classroom and watching, what the professor does and other students and work with them and study groups.
Like cheat off them and stuff?
Sure. No, but most of my classes were online before it all started, so I kind of lucked out there.
All your classes? Most of them?
So it wasn't like
except
that much
for
of a
one.
change.
Yeah, it wasn't that big for me.
That's good.
So
I tried online classes when I was in school. I slacked off until like the last 2 days, and then like
it's super easy.
I had
to
so many fucking homework things due, project things due.
Yeah, like last night
I failed.
It was like 11, and I was like, now like I have a paper. I have to reply to a discussion board. It's really easy to forget.
Well, I mean,
And on a Saturday.
What are you going to school for? Like right now?
I'm about to transfer to UNT for advertising through their journalism school, and then minor in marketing. There's 2 different routes within that, but I can't tell you which one quite yet.
Real specifics.
Yeah.
I haven't been to like Denton yet, because I have a lot of friends that like go there, but I've never gone to like drink and stuff at Fry Street.
It's really...
You've been? Oh, yeah, you go a lot, right? Because you have people over there, too.
Yeah, my cousin just graduated, so a lot of his events, we just kind of bar hop down there.
I really want to go because how cheap it is.
It's super cheap.
It's fucking cheap as shit.
And their pool tables are pretty fun. You would think that it's kind of, like, boring. You think of, like, the movies, but there's a bunch of young people that just play at them. So it's fun.
Pool?
Yeah, I had never heard of it until you told me about it.
Yeah, and it's funny because you go kind of early-ish, and everyone kind of knows where you start off, which is at Cool Beans, and then you kind of work your way around the corner to like the other bars later on in the night.
They're like dollar shots, and then
Really?
yeah, and I forget, I don't know what day it is, but they have like these double dollar shots. So you buy 2 shots for $1 and then a beer or something. I forgot what it is, but it's like very cheap over there compared to what I'm used to.
Damn, that's cool.
I forget the bar over there, what it's called, but they have this wheel you can spin. It gives you more deals.
My friend has started inviting me to these bars that he likes betting a lot, and there's this bar, and I think it's Uptown, where he races fish.
Really?
Yeah. So like there's like this big tank that's like 20 feet long.
Yeah.
And they get a straw and they blow on the like air behind the fish, and the fish races to the end.
What the heck?
He won $500 on his first night.
God damn.
Yeah, but he lost like $500 the next week.
Oh, my God.
That's like the backyard. They have the turtle races.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I wanted to go, but quarantine things.
Yeah, I haven't been to the backyard in forever.
Last time I was for Alexis' birthday. It was
To say
interesting.
the least.
Did you get messed up?
It was like a random group of people.
Yeah, we had like 2 tables or picnic tables, but it just got so packed because it was really busy that night, and people were trying to sit at our tables, and that's just a whole
Like random people?
Yeah, and that made me mad, which is a whole different story. But
I had to tell them go away very nicely.
yeah, pretty much I tried to like arguing with this guy because he was like, "I'm not gonna move. Is your name on this table?" I'm like, "Dude, it's my birthday. Why are you gonna be like that?"
And then I was like, all right, I had to talk to him.
And apparently my cousin ended up knowing the guy, but
That's awkward.
it was a little awkward. But no, it was fun. Drinks were good. I don't know how I remember it, but yeah.
I don't remember most of it.
Damn, y'all both got blacked out?
Everyone,
I didn't get blacked out.
Everyone
I got
pretty much
drunk, but I didn't get blacked out.
What do you consider blackout? Like if you don't remember most of it or any of it?
Any of it.
Any of it?
Mine's like back and forth.
Like I definitely remember like, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I just walked out because my thing's like the Irish goodbye.
Just dip.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of texts later.
No, they don't care.
Whatever. I know I texted you.
Yeah, I can't wait for quarantine to be over. So
Corn. I heard corn.
Yeah, I can't wait for corn to be over. For corn to be quarantine. Oh, I did say corn.
Yeah, you probably said.
You know, I just gotta shorten it, make it cool. Corn. But yeah, I can't wait for quarantine to be over to get back to work and get those after work drinks with my like coworkers and shit.
Oh yeah.
Cheap ass drinks by my job. So that shit was always great.
Yeah, so, I mean, you stayed for a long time after work, right?
When yeah, you usually. Out? Like if I got out like at 1, I'd be there till like the bar's closed.
2?
Usually, like 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I've just saved a lot of money during all this anyway.
Dude, same.
I've been making like a lot of credit card payments recently.
I haven't spent shit.
So I mean, that's the only good thing. But there was this thing that I read that it was talking about that 160 million more people are gonna experience world hunger.
Really?
Yeah. So we're not supposed to be affected by it here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, like these other countries, like third world countries and stuff like that, they're gonna continue to suffer even more because like all the people hoarding and everything like that was messing up. Just basically the system. Did you see
in Idaho, like they dumped all those potatoes?
The potatoes, yeah,
like mountains of potatoes.
People were stealing them.
I mean, go for it.
Yeah, people want to go steal them. They're trash, but
why'd they dump them in the first place?
Because they couldn't get them distributed.
They couldn't get anyone to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
But instead of giving them away, they just
dumped them in like a
landfill. Isn't that like an FDA thing? They probably just can't. Isn't there a process?
Oh, like they can't just give them out.
They probably just kind of like maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking nonsense.
It's probably like what they said on Tiger King with the meat.
Oh yeah.
How they were like, oh, if you checked it out but you ended up not getting it, they couldn't restock it.
Yeah, maybe like that. Like it can't go on.
I mean, there's like certain things like where like whenever we serve food, like it hits the table, we're not allowed to resell it. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's an obvious one, but. Yeah, it's like certain shit.
I remember when I worked at Costco, my dumbass, like, I had never been to Costco before, and so I had this free membership there, right? So I was like, oh, let me do my shopping here for the house. But Costco, obviously, is all bulk.
Yeah.
So then I was like, whatever. So then I bought a bunch of stuff, right? And I was like, I thought it was cheap. And then, so then I go to the cashier, whatever, I get my shit. I'm like, holy shit. It was like, I think $200 on what I spent on groceries. And I bought man, I didn't buy shit. I was like, what the fuck did I just buy?
Bulk
so then the next day I went back and I returned everything.
Damn.
And then I bought a bunch of... they were just so mad at me. Like, my job got mad at me because I returned shit that can't be restocked.
Yeah. You know better.
And my dumb ass was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. I should just took the L with the 200. Now I look bad with my employer.
Oh, my God.
I know. I'm so stupid.
I spent $70 the other day on snacks. And... the fun thing is, like, I don't even be eating snacks like that.
Yeah.
Especially, and I bought, like, a bunch of chips and shit, and, like, I rarely eat chips.
No, you eat chips, you're just never in the mood for chips.
Yeah.
Like, there's never, like...
It's never, like, I never want chips.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I grab some chips, I guess. Like, just, like, alright, I guess I'm kind of hungry. But, yeah, so, they've mostly just been sitting on my shelf. Like, a good week or 2 now.
They look good, though. It look good.
It does look good.
Did you try to put them on some frozen zebra cakes?
Oh yeah,
frozen zebra cakes are the best. And gansitos, oh my god.
Gansitos are like that's something else, though.
Because they're the same.
No, because jelly
Did
gets.
you say they're the same?
One in the same. They're in the same category. You know, frozen desserts. Boom.
They're not
category.
frozen.
But you know, you put them in the freezer.
I mean, if you with that logic, you say anything's a frozen dessert.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
You put it in the freezer, boom, dessert.
Someone comes over, they don't know what you're talking about. Would you like a frozen dessert? Wow, that sounds really up there.
Oh shit, I got ice cream in the freezer right now.
I eat my ice cream. My Halo Top.
Your
trash.
Fucking water.
Yeah, it's water-based ice cream.
He got some like keto water-based.
Nah, it was not keto. You just say everything's keto.
Well, the one isn't the one you pulled out keto?
Nah, one of them was keto.
Oh, I thought you got that one.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like today, you said that's keto like 3 times to the pancakes, and then to the other snack.
Oh yeah.
And then now this.
I was like, oh yeah, that's keto.
That's keto.
I think it is keto though, because it didn't have flour.
You were on keto for a while, right?
I was.
What was the longest you went on? Like without cheating on keto?
Probably like 2 weeks.
Dang, that's it.
It was hard. It was really hard.
It is hard
because like back then I wasn't really consistently buying my own groceries.
Mm-hmm.
So if like my parents or someone made dinner, I didn't want to be like, oh no. What would really get me is if I went to someone's house, I didn't want to be like, no, I can't have that. Because I'm on keto.
You just gotta be rude.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude. So that's pretty much what would get me every time.
But you're rude all the time.
I think the longest I went on keto without cheating was a month. No, 28 days. That's what it was. Because I cheated on my 28th day. But
what'd you cheat with though? Do you remember?
Fuck, no, I don't remember. It was probably pizza or a burger.
It's always something like real like dumb, but then you're like, no, it was worth it.
I think I went like a week on keto, but then like since I'm diabetic, it just made me feel really, really bad.
No, well, that's everybody on the week. It makes everyone feel bad, like really, really bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I was super fucking tired all the time. I had no energy.
I feel like it'd be perfect for diabetic, like low carb, low sugar.
Not really, because you need carbs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you need carbs.
Because like whenever I was diabetic, my carb count for the day was like each meal was like had to be like 70 carbs.
Oh, 70?
Yeah. Like
dang.
70 to 80 carbs. Or 65 to 75. But yeah, it was like a high amount of carbs. Like it wouldn't be good for keto.
No, yeah, because keto's like max is like 35 for the day.
You have to keep your glucose up and like carbs and everything.
Yeah, then it probably isn't good for diabetes.
I think that's what started me with the whole Bang and like the energy drinks. Because I was like, if I'm not eating carbs, I gotta find it somewhere.
They have some nasty flavors for Bang.
They do.
Don't even get me started.
The birthday cake.
I'm glad I stopped when I did.
I don't think I had the birthday.
They have birthday cake. They have this nasty like peanut butter.
The keto peanut butter one.
Yeah,
I know.
It's not good. It's like shit that's like sweet like that shouldn't be in energy drinks.
So did they come? What was that new flavor? That
it was about? I think it was like a different can for the birthday cake.
They have different frostings.
No, I don't know. I was like,
wait
a minute.
Sure, did they?
I might try that. But no, yeah, I've tried like almost every flavor. I think, if not every flavor,
I think me too.
Except birthday cake.
I didn't like their coffees.
I liked them a lot actually. Like the cookies and cream, I liked it.
I like the coffees. Yeah, I remember you had said that they're nasty. You posted on Snapchat
right before like I stopped. I was like, that was probably my last one, which was unfortunate because I definitely had a better, I think it was more favorite flavor. But yeah,
yuck.
I'll do the Starbucks ones.
I tried a bunch of different ones though since then. Like there's one like I think it's like something with the X. It's like the silver can.
X.
Yeah, it's like X like. It's like X Durin or something.
Ex Machina.
No. But
it's the energy drink?
Yeah. It's like in the energy drink section.
Science.
Science, yeah.
I haven't heard of this.
It's like, they're all diet, basically.
They're nasty.
Really?
I've tried like two of them. They taste they taste too, like, that sugar-free taste, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like that. I forgot what the chemical's called, but yeah.
It tastes it tastes too much like that.
They're like Fuji apple, though, is like really good.
I've had two flavors and it's like the same for me.
Their apple one's good.
I know you tried Celsius before and you didn't like it.
Yeah, it was
but
like,
I tried like 3 flavors and there's one that's like absolutely like fire.
It was too much
Which
like
seltzer
that? Water.
I forgot what flavor it was. I've been trying to look for it ever since. Because I've tried 2 and then I was like, oh, these are bad. And then one day I randomly tried one because they have a lot more caffeine than other
those red lines are pure energy.
Oh, I used to stay up on those.
I've never tried them.
Don't.
Like you have to drink like it recommends you drink half of them, half of it, and then like stop. That's what it recommends.
Because didn't they sell like the mini ones and then they have the bigger ones?
They do that for Bang too.
Oh yeah, they do.
Little
I didn't like the smaller ones, the like little 5-hour energy size. Doesn't work.
Apparently 5-hour energy is just a bunch of fucking vitamins and shit.
One time on the road, I had like a 16-hour drive. And I was like, okay, 5, 10, 15. And I drank all 3. And
really?
Yeah, it was when we come back from Virginia. And I was dying.
Bro.
But did it work?
I was dying on that trip, dog.
I was just like, oh, shit.
Like, my dumbass wouldn't go, like, to stop to sleep until, like, I had to.
Yeah.
That was a bad trip.
What is your have to? Like, what's your limit?
When you do 3 of these.
Or when you start hallucinating.
Ooh,
oh, yeah, you start seeing shit.
Like, I remember I was looking at the roll, like shit will, like,
figures and shapes
would
form.
appear, and she was like,
I
was like, fuck, dude, I need to stop.
Mine is when I start seeing animals that aren't there. Like it's
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
Oh, no,
okay.
those are demons.
Stop. I'm afraid to see a hog, so if I ever see one,
A hog?
you told me the other day you
hog.
wanted to see a hog.
I'm afraid because I'll probably like
You said
be
you
in the
wanted
position
to,
for it to be like running into the road already, and I'll be I don't know.
They ran one over in the gold van that
Really?
we have. Yeah, they ran a hog
When?
over.
How'd the van
Like
get
a
over
year.
that?
It didn't. Cracked the bumper and everything.
Oh, that's what made it crack.
Yeah.
Amongst other shit.
I
People
I'm
driving
sure.
shitty.
Yeah, I think it was this one guy that did it, but I won't mention his name.
You know what my favorite catchphrases from like any show?
Hmm.
It's not even like a great catchphrase. It's just like cut it out.
I
From
hate
Full
that.
House.
I hate
I
that.
love it.
I hate it. You saw that they made a TikTok?
Did they?
Yeah, it was with John Stamos. It was with Bob Saget. It was with that guy David, whatever his name is. And then it was like what's her name? It was a two daughters, the two older ones, DJ and the middle one. What the fuck is her name? Stephanie, yeah. And then the neighbor girl, Kimmy Ray.
Is it Kimmy?
Something like that.
It doesn't sound
Did you
right.
not watch Full House?
I watched that shit
No.
religiously growing up. I forgot her name. Kimberly.
Yeah,
Is it Kimberly?
it's something. It's
Something like I throw it up. Boom.
But yeah, it was all them except the twins.
Mm-hmm. It's like I remember a couple of episodes in the new series that they had.
Fuller House.
They would mention like, "Hey, if you want to come back, come back."
Oh yeah, I remember. No, yeah, they're onto different things now, like fashion.
And I didn't realize that they had that older sister in the
That's the younger sister.
She's the younger
sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was the older one.
No, she's the younger one.
But yeah, she's in like all the Marvel movies and
Are
shit.
y'all talking about the show with the twins? Like the
How do you not know what Full House
actual
is?
twin?
Do you not know what it is?
Full House with. How do you not know?
I probably do, but I have to like see it.
Whatever happened to the possibilities?
I'm a visual learner.
The milkman, the paper boy. Really? Nothing? Wow.
Nah, she's flex. She's stunning right now.
I'm not studying.
You're
I'm
only like
serious.
what, 1 year younger than me?
But still, like I
You're white.
I watch PBS Kids.
It wasn't on PBS Kids.
Exactly, so I wasn't watching
Oh,
it.
they said I watched.
No, yeah.
I didn't watch PBS.
No, I did watch PBS Kids, which means I wasn't watching Full House.
Yeah, well, it's on Netflix now. So
It was also on
Gotta
Nickelodeon
get
growing
started.
up.
Gotta get started.
You
That's
wildin'.
crazy.
Wait,
I
it's
know,
on
that's
Netflix?
The Fuller House. is on
Oh, they're
Netflix.
just talking about Full House.
Nah, they're adding Avatar to
Yeah, I
to
saw
Netflix.
I
that.
can't wait for that.
Have you
Me
seen it?
too.
Yeah.
Remember I had the game for it?
Yeah, well, we can.
There's
get past
one
the
part we're
level.
gonna-
Yeah,
Past the
But-
Earth Kingdom.
the cool thing about the what's it called, the Avatar show, is and Netflix is adapting like the series and making it into a live action, but they're putting like a lot of effort into it because they fucked up the movie.
Yeah, the fucking
I was about
movie
to
is
say, like-
horrible.
They fucked
The
up
live
movie.
action?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
So bad.
you know Nicolas Cage was in it, bro.
Was he?
Bro, he's the uncle, the fucking
Really?
Yeah,
It'd be fun to go and watch it now.
the movie.
Yeah.
Never
I mean,
be
maybe drunk.
Yeah.
To laugh at it.
Just
Rachel
judge
was
it.
watching it. She came to my room.
Really?
She came to my room. My sister, she was watching it. She came to my room. She's like, "Joe, I'm watching this Avatar, and it's so bad." And she's like, "Look how white all of these, because they're all ethnic
they're all
people.
white.
They're all Indian, I think,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
Asian, some
Native
sort of
American.
Asian."
Weren't they just posting like Katara on Twitter?
Oh yeah, I
I've
saw
heard-
that. Yeah, I saw
I've
that.
heard that one's really good. The Legend of Katara or whatever her name is.
I haven't
It's
seen it, but-
so one after the Last Airbender. I've heard it's really good though, and like Aang's in it too.
Add that to my list.
But yeah, with the new Netflix adaptation, they're gonna take time with it, and
I hadn't heard that was happening.
They've been filming it for. Well, no, it's been in the works for 2 years now.
I'm guessing they had to pause shooting.
Well, I don't even think they're shooting it. I know it's because the hardest thing for them was incorporating like their fighting styles. So all of the elements have their own type of fighting style. So if you're Earth, you're I don't. It's like karate or something. Or if you're wind,
it's like specific ones
then
for
you're
each,
jujitsu or whatever it is for your element, right? And so that was the hardest part, was implementing real moves with like moves like how it would move with the water or whatever. So they're they hired like masters of whatever of whatever art fighting style they are, and then they implemented that into the elements.
If you had to pick one bending, which one would you pick?
I'd pick the most beneficial one, which would probably be Earth.
I'd pick Earth too.
I'd be Air.
Really? Because you were air here?
Yeah, he could do a lot. I'd be the last airbender. Is that an option? You didn't say
whack.
It wasn't.
Because with fucking earthbending, you do so much shit. Like,
you just
metal
portable
bending.
AC.
You do like metal bending, fucking all that type of shit.
I still think Air.
That shit's
She's
whack.
a portable AC unit, bro.
Bet. I get
Come in handy. Let's go.
I mean,
you can fly.
I feel like
I could fly away.
I can fly too on a rock.
You could fly.
That's weird, but we can chase you. You're building it right. Like from what I remember, like someone could chase you.
But I'll shoot some rocks at you.
Yeah, I'll flick them at you.
Oh.
I'll just trap you in a big old mountain.
But then she blow it up.
Yeah.
Blow it up.
Hey. What
are you talking
that
about?
white girl with the fucking ponytail.
The TikTok.
How's it go?
What did she say?
It's like, hey. It was like, do something.
Get into it.
Get into it.
Get into it.
The fucking people using like toilet paper rolls and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like paper
and
towel
then,
rolls.
Also the lint roller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, get into it.
I've been on TikTok for like hours.
Dude.
I actually, like, this week was the first week that I'm not on it really. Like, I've been going to sleep like at 12:30.
I'd
Really?
cut back. All I see is like his. I wake up to like 14, 15. I'm like, what are you doing? Go to sleep.
Fucking, it's like 3 a.m. Like, let me.
Well, I get some at 8 a.m. I get some at 8 a.m. from you.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
bro, I'm just waking up. You still sending TikToks?
So you call me like, hey, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. So I'm like, did you wake up or you ain't fall asleep yet? Like, nah, I ain't slept.
I ain't slept yet.
I'm like, bro, I don't know. I'm just up.
Did you see all the racist TikToks?
Oh, the fucking.
The how's my form?
Yeah, that shit's bad.
At first, even when I first got on TikTok, they were super racist on there, right? And I was like, is it just okay on here? Because I know Twitter and Facebook have their different
guidelines.
Like not guidelines. Like
they just have their different humor angles.
Yeah, they have different humor angles. So I'm like, is this acceptable here?
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point, like not being racist was acceptable, but like definitely like you can get away with certain things. But then now it's on Twitter, especially, it's like to a point where it's not acceptable at all. Like you can't even touch on the subject, right?
Yeah.
So when I got on TikTok, I was like, is no one gonna say anything? So I would read the comments. I'm like, what the heck? Like, no one cares. Mm-hmm. And then turns out you can share these TikToks on Twitter, and then that's where it started mattering because they started calling these people's
calling people out and shit.
Yeah.
Calling their works, stuff like that. They fucking deserve it.
But there was one that was there was no joke in the thing. It was just racist. It was like this girl and this boy. And have you seen the one with the water? And it's like how God made my girlfriend or something funny.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
And then there was like how what was it? Like something about how God made black people.
Yeah.
And he was just putting like loud or something.
Yeah, like disrespectful.
Yeah,
just
racist.
Racist
shit. Things. And then
like all the stereotypes.
Yeah, basically.
And then what's it called? I had to pour more water in. But the people called her out, and then they started like exposing her. So she was in the high school. I think it was here in Dallas. I think it was I think it was like Frisco or something. But it was like, I think one of the whatever the school was. It sounded like it was like one of these towns over here.
Okay.
But she blamed her boyfriend. Whenever she got exposed, she was like, "No, it was my boyfriend's idea. I was raised in a Christian household where, God, everyone's equal in God's eyes and whatnot, and I let his blatantly racist views affect my opinion." And
Did she apologize?
She apologized first, and then that came after. Like it was on Instagram.
So like it basically like disqualifies the apology.
Yeah.
My thing is like content's content. You put it up, that's on you.
Yeah, I mean, she had a whole like time to edit the video to be like, maybe this ain't right, and then she had a whole time to
caption, hashtag,
caption everything.
People just do it because they just want to blow up somehow.
Like it's like the thing with was it Jake Paul or Logan Paul that did the Suicide Forest?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, yeah, like he had time to think about it, upload it, edit it, like.
And he had friends around him too
Exactly.
to tell him like, maybe that's not the best idea.
It's like blaming like, oh, you know, someone else made me do. You know, I wasn't thinking. Like, he had plenty of time to think.
But he bounced back though from that shit. Like,
of course he did, because fucking people are stupid.
Yeah, people are stupid for sure, but he bounced back regardless. Like with his apology, and then he did a whole bunch of like, you know, that bullshit charity things you do. So it's like, I mean, he took the right steps that you're supposed to take.
Yeah.
Even whether they were like genuine or not, he still took those steps. So, I mean, he's back on top of fucking YouTube or whatever the fuck.
I hate that with YouTubers or anyone with money in general.
They
it's
just
so annoying. Like, you can't just cover up a bad task with money and say I did something good.
According to the internet, you can.
Apparently.
Yeah. No, yeah, people fall for that stuff, and like, as long as you take those right steps.
Like, oh, you know, he's trying. He's coming back.
Exactly.
Yeah, shit's ridiculous.
At the end of the day, I feel like it's just entertainment for people. They're like, oh, this act, like, if an actor does something bad, they're still gonna watch the show.
I mean, there's an audience for everything.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a way to look at it. Like,
you know that guy? Did you ever watch that show Seinfeld?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
But yeah, I know Seinfeld.
Do you know what Seinfeld is?
Jerry Springer.
Like,
is it Springer?
No.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Is that his actual name?
Jerry Seinfeld.
What's his actual name?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Is it actually Seinfeld?
Yes, he's a comedian. Comedian.
I didn't know his name was actually Seinfeld.
Is that a Springer?
The show's named after his life. Like, the show's about nothing. It's like sketches of his life.
I didn't know his name was actually. Oh, okay.
But there's a guy on there called Kramer.
Yeah.
And he was like super fucking racist, and he got canceled.
Oh, like in like actual life?
He was super fucking racist. I think. Did you ever watch the show Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
What was that nerdy kid, Screech?
Yeah, Screech. Oh yeah, he went crazy because everyone would always call him Screech and shit.
Yeah.
He hated the shit.
Yeah.
That's why he went crazy.
Yeah, but he was racist too. So I don't think you go crazy from people calling you Screech.
I remember. Well, I feel like he could
go racist.
No, he said crazy.
Oh yeah, I said crazy, but racist.
No, yeah, not racist. That's just something you're stupid with. But I use a Jerry Seinfeld like bass riff on one of our podcasts.
Boom, boom. Oh yeah, you did. I remember. Oh, you know what? Speaking of like racism shit, I actually experienced like one of like maybe like my very few encounters with like racist people, and it was like recently when I was working. I was like driving. Did I tell you about
gas
this
station? I don't think so.
No,
I was assuming it's at a gas station.
I was driving. I was dropping off the delivery.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking to this guy, and you know he was real chill, real cool.
Small town.
It was like a little small town. Maybe like 10, 15 houses were there, and the guy was real cool about the situation because he had canceled the order, but we didn't get the memo. So I was just like, oh, what's cool? Like I got paid regardless. He's like, yeah, you can leave it here if you want. If you don't, you don't, so you don't take it back right now. And I was like, I mean, if I don't take it now, then we're gonna come back like the next day to pick it up. So I was like, I'll just take it back now. He was like, okay, whatever. So we're just having a bunch of small talk.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah, we have this really good. He's like, yeah, like, this community's really nice and small and quiet, and we're all close and whatnot. And I was like, that's cool. And then on my way out, like there was this dude just screaming at me, like talking about like, get the fuck out, you fucking wetback, get out of my town. And I was like, what the fuck?
At that point, like you were in the truck.
I was in the truck just leaving the town. Like I never got out of the truck other than to speak to that guy, which was like a block away from him. Like I don't even know how he knew I was Mexican. Like for real, like
he assumed.
Dude had a radar.
Yeah, he had like a fucking wetback radar or some shit.
Or do you think like he just yells at everybody and like he like one day's like, it'll stick one day.
Like anyone he doesn't know that comes to the town.
Yeah.
Like it'll stick one day.
Yeah,
it'll
maybe.
Happen.
But it got me thinking the whole way back. I was like, you know what? That guy was texting somebody on his phone when I was talking to him. And then,
ooh, that's sketchy.
And then he was like, oh, we're all close here in the small town. Like, it's a good community.
He was like, hey, call him out.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, this Mexican showed up, blah, blah, blah.
Let him know.
It's funny.
Get into it.
Get into
it. Nah, yeah, but I was like, damn, bro, what the fuck? Like, what did I do to you other than to drive?
It was always weird because driving through, like, conservative cities, like, throughout the U.S., like, for me, it's like, all right, which way are you judging me? Like, am I because I'm Hispanic? Because I got tattoos? Like, Pick one.
We get it. You got tattoos, Nick.
Oh, what's up?
He's want to bring him up again.
What's up?
He said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Tattoos, huh?
He's like, I don't know if you're judging me because I got tattoos or my big cock that dangles or my cool ass hairstyle.
He said, pick one. Pick one.
Yeah, pick one.
Hey, Joe, I appreciate that. No, it was always something because just the way I look.
My good looks or something. They always gotta judge me.
You know, it's hard.
It's hard out here, man. I actually just finished watching a show earlier today called Too Hot to Handle. And that shit was mad garbage.
Is that a new Netflix show?
It's a new Netflix show.
I watched I watched the last episode with him. I was mad the whole episode.
You were mad? Why?
It's fucking
so
like it's that dumb.
And the ending is horrible.
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about the ending of the show or whatever.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But it's such so I watch Love Island a lot. And I started watching it because my favorite YouTuber, Cody Code, he watches it, right? And he watched it to make fun of it. And I was like, haha, it's pretty funny, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what, let me check out the show. Because he started to like the show itself.
I'm sure he did after you tried to make fun of it.
Yeah, he was trying to make fun of it. And then I started watching it, and I was like, you know what, this is kind of some juicy content we got here. And I kept watching and watching, but that show's actually good because there's like, have you heard of it?
Love Island, yes.
Yeah. It's like the concept's cool. Like record a new episode Monday through Friday every single day for a whole month or 2 months, depending on how long the show lasts. So you get like 45 episodes minimum or 55 episodes.
Really? I don't know if that many
per
episodes.
season. And
Seriously?
It's an hour long each.
Sounds good.
You know, so you have people round the clock working on the show, like editing, like day and night, probably editing and shooting.
Editing's a pain in the ass too.
Hell yeah, especially for them too, because they have to create a story. They can't just
and they probably like export on the go.
Yeah, and like all the different fucking like feeds and everyone's different cameras and shit.
We're thinking about the editing aspect.
I know. I'm talking about the show. I'm just talking about the show. Like, guys, there's beautiful people on this island.
We're just saying like, oh my god, all the different cameras, all the angles, all the importing and exporting.
But yeah, like I thought it was gonna be a good show like that.
Yeah.
But no, it was hot garbage. The whole show's about self growth and personal growth.
Too Hot to Handle or Love Island?
No, Too Hot to Handle.
God, the ending's so bad.
Yeah, it's like there was no drama the whole time because basically if you got drama, it's like kind of like showing, like that you're not growing as a person. So
the name of the game is to grow.
Yeah.
So it's like you call yourself Too Hot to Handle, but there's no fucking drama. Like there's a little beef here and there, but like nothing.
And then it gets like resolved.
Exactly, like bro. On Love Island, there's just, like, from what I remember, there was this one couple that was together for the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And then this new person comes in, and he's like, oh, shit. And everyone thought they were the perfect couple. So, like, you're like, oh, they're going to win.
Oh, that makes me mad.
The public like them. And then the guy switched up on the girl at the end.
Damn.
And then, I mean, he never cheated on her. He was just like, you know what? Just, he was like, his reasoning, like, was like, hey, I want to take you on a date. But I don't think it's right yet because, I haven't told her. Because she was, like, they were in separate locations at the time. And so he was like, when she comes back, I'm going to tell her that me and things are done, whether you say yes or no to my date. And she's like, no, I don't want to go on a date with you. So, okay, I understand. But then she came back and he told her, he's like, hey, I asked her on a date because I'm not really feeling this no more.
Damn, that reminds me of Love is Blind. Ooh.
Love is Blind? Oh, that was a good show, too. That was a good one.
I haven't seen any of these.
No. Oh, I want to do a spoiler, but I can't.
Why? I mean, he's never going to watch it. People,
I don't know. Maybe I will.
You're never gonna.
I'm interested.
Are
now.
you?
I am intrigued now.
Are you?
Yes. I'll watch it right now during the podcast.
I spoil it.
Don't worry, if you spoil it, I'm not gonna remember.
No, but for real, spoiler alert if y'all haven't watched it. But the redhead couple with the blonde guy, I swore that they were gonna get married.
Wait, they don't?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
No, she says no.
Yeah, she says no.
I would have said no too.
But, oh my gosh, she was talking about the guy not being attractive one night. I was like, girl, you are not. Like, they were both the same level of attractiveness, really? You know? Like, they weren't ugly, but I was like, bro, you are not a supermodel, you know? Mm-hmm. But I get people have standards.
People have their own preferences.
Yeah. But, like, the dude was, like, not bad looking. He had a good job, and then he was funny.
He turned out good, though.
And people, he did
on the
turn
reunion,
out better. Yeah,
he found someone.
That's good.
Yeah. But her parents loved him. And even the girl left him at the altar, and and he was just standing there all awkwardly, kind of, and then he kind of just broke down like a whole speech.
Yeah,
and,
he was mad. I was like, boy, take it and leave. Yes.
But like the speech was still good, and then the parents of the girl were like, I like him.
Yeah. The parents got me. I was like,
yeah.
They bonded well in the show.
I need to start watching some of these shows. They actually sound really interesting. Like, I hear a lot of people talking about, like, Love Island shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some, like, favorite, like, YouTube creators. Like, they all talk about this shit.
I love. Do you fancy the pants off of me? That's like when they see a finance girl, they'll be like, oh, that bird is fit.
Oh, that bird is fit.
That bird is fit.
What's it on?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu? Okay.
Yeah. They always talk about, like, I don't know, bro. The vocabulary is so funny, but it's so different from ours.
Yeah.
And they all have different vocabularies because they're not from
it's all different like different parts of the
different
UK
countries.
Shit.
Yeah, the UK.
Like maybe more posh or shit like that.
Yeah, there's like some girls on there are super ghetto. You can just tell.
Man, I would love to travel to like the UK one day.
That would be nice.
My like dream location to go to is like Japan.
Yeah, not right now, but yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, right. I'm not going anywhere right now in general.
I want to go to London.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind going to, what's the place where Midsummer happened?
Oh, fuck.
Sweden.
Is it Sweden?
Is it really?
Something like that.
I don't think it's Sweden. It's one of those countries. I have a friend in Hungary that if I like ever go there, I could go and like stay with them.
On my way.
Yeah.
That's by Germany, isn't it? Kinda.
I don't
Hungary.
know.
It's the same country as IKEA.
Oh, by the way, guys.
Switzerland.
Sergio's here in the background. He's our fact checker / video checker at the moment. Our engineer, if you will.
Switzerland. Yeah, I want to go there. That'd be badass.
Yeah, I have somewhere to stay if I go to Hungary. Yo, like from
go.
pictures I've seen, it's fucking gorgeous over there.
Yeah.
I have a friend from high school who his mom's side's from there, and he'll go there in the summers. And he'll post like the food and stuff that he's eating.
Man, I wish like I could have an eat, pray, love type like road trip around like Europe.
What is it?
I didn't see the movie either, but pretty much like you find yourself, you eat really good food, and like you find.
I mean, I'm always eating good food.
I find myself eating good food often.
I know. Stay on those meal preps.
Hell, I stay cooking.
Do you like meal prepping?
I do. I think it's convenient.
It's but do you enjoy it though?
She just said yeah.
I do.
No.
I do enjoy
it.
I do. I don't like when I can't eat it. Like I'll be like if I'm out busy and I forget to pack it.
And you make the food?
Yes, I do make the food.
Oof.
I do. Once a week.
And you enjoy it?
I do enjoy it. You've had my food before. Don't even play.
Have I though?
Yes.
Do you
like
meal prep for like 5 days, 7 days?
I try to do 5.
I only do 5.
Because I feel like
7,
I feel like stuff starts to get real weird.
5. Day 4 for me. At day 4, food starts tasting weird for me.
Exactly. I feel like I've I don't know, with this quarantine going on, and now that I have time, I kind of stopped because I'm like, if I have time to cook it, I feel like it's more nutritional. Yeah, to actually cook it right then and there. Unless I'm going on a trip, and then I told myself I'd attempt to make it.
I need a meal prep this week. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Because it saves a lot of money, too. I spend like $50 for 5 days.
I just make whatever we have at the house.
So meals come out to like $3.
I like cooking home.
I just learned that they have the microwaves on the road.
All in the gas stations and stuff?
Yes, I didn't know.
What?
I had no idea. And I was like asking some of our coworkers, I was like, where'd you heat that up at?
You didn't know that?
No. I didn't know it was at, I thought it was at like certain ones, like the travel
it's
stops.
like all of them.
It's like basically all of them.
And, like
if you don't see them,
and everything.
And if you don't see them, you just be like, hey, where's your microwave? And they'll be like, it's right here, behind
or
the
like,
counter.
A lot of times it's like in the like rest, like in a little like seating area for the travel stops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely start doing that now
like,
that I know.
Fucking like make ramen on the road and shit, basically. Like all that type of shit.
Or meal prep.
You meal prep on the road?
Man, I wish they had a freezer. I put some zebra cakes in there real quick.
How long did you stay?
That's just gonna be hard.
I bring a cooler just to freeze it.
By the way, guys, frozen zebra cakes aren't good.
What's your take, Joe?
I haven't had any, but
They're just hard.
they just sound like hard zebra cakes.
Oh, they're so good.
They're not. They just like a zebra cake that's harder to eat.
A bit. A bit.
What's your favorite like Little Debbie snack?
Puff bars.
Huh?
A puff bar.
Puff bar. Boy.
Little Debbie puff bars. Those are the best.
It's like picture of her holding one.
Yeah, the zebra cake one.
It's like Lil. Little Debbie.
Little Debbie. Yeah, I put I stopped smoking them because well, I'm only like 2 or 3 days like without smoking it, but I stopped because like my throat was hurting. Like
Well, you already
them.
catching that cancer.
Corona maybe.
Stop.
Nah, my throat stopped hurting today actually. Cause it started feeling sore and shit, so I'm like maybe.
Boy, and you came over here?
No, from the fucking pub bar, idiot.
Mm-hmm. He's fucking like spit blood at me.
I'm bad. No,
Like,
I'm good.
Straight Exorcist. I'm good.
I rewatched.
It reminds me of Dwight with the blue Powerade.
I rewatched the fucking Scary Movie too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and then she's like throwing up, and then they all start throwing up on each other.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, what are you doing under there?
Yeah.
She's like, bye.
They're just fucking underneath the sheets.
Those movies were so fucking hilarious,
Bro, like
there's so many like comments on there, bro.
all those like what's it like Hero 86 or some shit. Remember that one with fucking Drake Bell as the
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called. But
it's like all those like super like offensive comedy movies were so fucking funny back then.
yeah.
Nowadays a lot of people
In Scary Movie 2, there was this white guy that just said the N-word, and I was like, oh shit, in Hollywood.
Did you see that shit with like Mr. McMahon from wrestling, like WWE?
Oh, he said it too. Yeah.
And fuck, I think it was like Booker T. I think was the wrestler's name. He was like, he was just staring like fucking like in awe, like what the fuck.
Yeah, I saw the tweets on that video because that's where I saw it recently.
Like it just resurfaced.
And then everyone was just like, man, if I was his ass, I would have smacked him. Blah blah blah. All this shit. That's crazy how it was acceptable back then.
Oh, there's one with like that they made fun of Narnia and shit.
Narnia.
Yeah, like one of those like movies, like
Oh,
movies.
the movies, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All that
Super
shit was-
movie.
All that shit was fucking funny.
Well, they're stupid, but they're funny.
These blades can cut through diamonds.
I'm not wearing.
I'm
any
not
diamonds.
wearing any diamonds. Gets hit by every single blade. Dude, I fucking love those movies.
I'm so sore from doing nothing. All I do is lay in bed right now.
That's
My
why
leg hurts.
all your muscles fucking tightening up and shit.
Oh my god! It feels like with the more sleep I get, the more tired I am throughout the day.
So I learned recently that has to do with sleep cycles. So if you wake up through like a certain point in your sleep cycle, you'll wake up like very tired.
You would learn that with how you sleep right now. That's funny.
You done?
Yep.
I bet.
Tell me your research.
Back to my dumb shit. Apparently.
Mm-mm.
You said it was dumb.
I didn't say it was dumb. I said you would.
No one said it was dumb.
You would know
I
because
know-
you have a weird sleep schedule.
I know the way Alexis says some shit.
I'm not.
I know what she means.
Look, I
but,
taught psychology 1.
Ooh, I
It's
dropped
'cause
that
you-
in psychology one.
Because you psychological. Shut
Nope,
up.
that REM sleep real.
Yeah, that REM sleep real good. That REM one,
Ooh.
crazy.
You know you cheated or paid someone to do your shit through that.
I did not.
Hey, bro, you
I was
can't say
in that class.
They're gonna catch her.
Shit, they bet.
What were you saying?
It don't matter no more.
It does. So just go on.
But no, like if you wake up like in your deep sleep, which I don't know what's called. I'm sure one of y'all could figure it out.
It's REM.
When you wake up in the middle of your REM sleep, you wake up very exhausted or lethargic. But if you time it correctly, like set an alarm like for a specific time you're supposed to wake up, like you wake up like energized, like not sleepy at all.
You know what I never understood was with the Apple Watches they track all that. I was like, who wears? You have to charge the damn thing overnight. So
Yeah.
like, who's gonna wear that shit overnight?
Also,
During a nap.
who the fuck would sleep
with
with
the
that
watch
shit?
on, yeah.
So uncomfortable.
I think what you were talking about was like, I think it's before REM. Like there's 1 and 2.
No,
and if you wake up before REM, then you're not in that deep sleep. And you're in that like weird nap cycle. So it's okay.
Yeah, you don't get real rest in those.
That's exactly what I said.
No, but I think it's before.
That's what I said before. If you wake up
Before the REM?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But if you wake up in the middle of REM sleep, you're super lethargic and tired.
Super fucked.
That's exactly what I said. So thank you.
I confused myself. No, you're right. You're right.
Would you like your hat, Captain Obvious?
I would, thank you.
I'm just like, like, if you go back to the recording, I'll just be like this. Like going back and forth. Nice.
Hey, we good.
One thing about Alexis that I learned on the road is that I hate her.
Oh yeah.
No, you don't.
No.
You learned that pretty early on with Alexis.
I like
Austin.
I didn't when I first met her. I didn't know she was like into like photography and shit like that. And turns out she kind of sucks.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, Alexis has her own photography business, so hit
but
her
it
up.
sucks, so don't check it out.
Hit her up. Except after quarantine.
How's your like business going right now with this stuff? It slowed down for sure, right? But
for sure. I had the like 6 months into this year pretty much like covered. I didn't want to book the rest of the 6 months due to me like transferring and wanting to focus on that. But with quarantine, it was weird because I had like 2 more things booked, and they were like, well, we can't do it. And I was like, well, I'm sorry to hear that. And of course they're like, you have to work out the deposit and all that. And in my contract I had like, I'll only give so much back, you know. But I ended up just giving them a full refund because it does suck that you can't get married. You can't even tell when you're going to reschedule it at this point.
But then I was like, that's not your fault.
It's not my fault, but they're definitely going to come back because they're going to remember that.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's word of mouth that goes along with
other
it.
people.
Yeah,
that's how
true.
businesses should run their shit. Is like,
They
you know,
should.
help out their customers because they're helping you out for so many years. You know, and loyal customers are the best customers.
Yeah, and like especially with shooting weddings and like quinceañeras and stuff like that, you build a relationship with your client along the way. You don't just talk to them a few times and just dip out of their life. It doesn't work that way because they go to you for your opinions, how they should schedule that day and everything.
They'll have you out for the next event and stuff like that too. That's a good gig to have.
Yeah, when it's not a quarantine.
Yeah, when it's like this
or
right
not
now.
exactly essential.
I did a wedding shoot with Alexis recently. Well, not recently, like a couple weeks.
My last one.
Like a month ago or something. 2 months ago.
Did you like it? You learned a lot?
It was fun. It was very like interesting seeing like where like you have to be and shit, like all the shit you have to do for that type of stuff. So it was definitely like very eye opening. Or like as towards like where I've like done solo shoots with people, where it's been like a lot more loose. But like with them, like
Be professional.
Yeah, like you have to follow a very set schedule they have, like work along with like the obstacles that come along with like a wedding, because like it's never perfect.
Yeah, you have to make it look perfect.
Yeah, I mean Nick was with me. I usually do them alone because I'm a control freak, but he was looking at the like list I had of the like the times and when to shoot everything and when stuff was going on, and even then like you never know when stuff is gonna happen. There's changes
like,
along the way.
At one point we're ahead of schedule, like
yeah, we were
like the
super
wedding
ahead of
party.
schedule.
So what, for like someone who's starting in photography and stuff like that, like, well, first of all, what did you start off with, and like what would you recommend for someone starting off?
In like weddings or in general?
Well, in general, photography, like what did you start off with, like shooting with?
As in like camera?
Yeah.
Well, I started with film.
Guns.
No, I started with AR. I'm just kidding. No, I started with film in my freshman year. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had no idea. And then we did like a tour around our school, and there was photojournalism, graphic design, and welding, surprisingly. And I wanted to choose between those 3. And then I went home and I talked to my dad, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what interests me. And he's like, well, you guys grew up, you know, taking pictures with disposable cameras. And I was like, you're right. And somehow that made me choose graphic design and photojournalism. And then I got into it sophomore year. I was shooting film. They taught us to shoot with like a DSLR I got my first camera there. And then I really didn't start like shooting portraits and stuff until my junior year. And I started shooting like people's senior photos.
For fun or for money?
At first it was like for practice and for fun. And then, you know, the people around me were like, you could really do something with your eye. And then further along in my junior year, some teachers were having me co-shoot with them at like weddings and events and like
That's cool.
the school's like sports teams and stuff. And I was like, whoa, I guess I should try this out. I never thought I would do a wedding or like try to get into that after I co-shot my first one with one of our teachers, or Miss Dina. She shot the like high school, the basketball football team's photos, but no, it was terrifying. I was like, I will never ever ever do this. And then I started co-shooting. Well, I went to like a venue and they needed bridal shots done, so I did their bridal shots. They're like, these are pretty good, like, would you mind if we start giving out your name? And that's when I was like, I don't know. Like, that's a lot of work.
Don't put me on. Don't put me on.
Right then and there, I said yes, without a doubt. And then I went into the whole, oh my gosh, what did I say?
Yeah.
Like, what did I do? How do I prepare? Like, I have to make a contract, and I have to do this, I have to do that, and I have to get more equipment. And that's when I just started I started learning, I started practicing, and just shot off from there. So.
Do you ever have like spontaneous trips that you go out to just to shoot at a certain spot?
Nick gets on to me all the time for this. I wish I put myself out there more, because once I started shooting a lot of events, it took up a lot of time between school and that, and just like other stuff. So it was kind of hard for me to be like, okay, let's go just shoot for fun, because for me it started turning into work. I do enjoy my event shooting a lot and growing with my clients and helping them throughout that process. But I would say you definitely need to take the time out of your career to have fun, especially with portraits and film and other stuff that you want to pursue. Like me, I would love to experiment more with film. Yeah. But I haven't had the time. Now I do. But I guess that's the next play.
The coolest like shots that I've seen are like when not a lot of photographers that I know, just YouTube and stuff like that. I'll see like these people go to like Alaska, and the shots they take over there are crazy looking. I'm like, what the fuck? Because you get like a bunch of these trees in there with like a half frozen like river, and then mountains in the background. The sky is a whole different color than over here, and the editing's part of it too. But I feel like with that, you don't have to do much because it just looks beautiful.
There's a lot that goes into landscape shooting.
For sure.
Especially like since like skies can get blown out really fast. Or like, let's say the depth within the trees can get lost very quickly if you underexpose. You can still bring it up, but a lot of times people will take 3 different photos and then merge them together. I can't remember what that term is right now. Do you remember what it is, Nick?
I have no idea.
No? I'll look it up later.
But like, as someone who's like kind of barely getting into photography, I would say like a good advice for someone who wants to get into it, or is like getting into it barely, like go out there and like shoot, like just go for it. Like go out there, find what you like go out there, like do street photography, do landscapes, portraits, all that stuff. Like do everything and find what you enjoy.
What do you enjoy more?
It's very much a mixture of landscape and portraits. Yeah. Cause like being on the road, like I'm able to see like a lot of very, very nice like roads and like open land, like mountains, all that type of stuff.
My favorite one you've taken that I can still see in my head from what you've taken, that's how you know it's good, when it's embedded. But no, it's like, I forget where you were, but it was just like a bunch of like, the highway was just filled with hills.
It was like up towards North Dakota.
Yeah, that was really pretty.
Did you stop in the middle of the road?
And I throw it up.
You know he did.
Oh, yeah, I pulled over, and it was like one of those like tie roads where it was like, it kind of slopes off a little bit. So when I pulled over, I was like, "Oh my god, this is a little steep." Yeah. But I hopped down and I got in the middle of the road, got down on one knee and like started shooting like as much as I could, because there's still cars like leaving and going. So like I tried to find the point where like it was like, okay, there's like one car on the road, and like I was able to get the shot. And I'm showing it right now, but yeah, I was really happy about that shot. And like portraits, they're so satisfying. Like when they come out like great, where it's like you're in Lightroom or Photoshop, whatever, and your editing's like, damn, like this is a fire ass photo. I'm sure you get that. Like, so you're just like,
I get frustrated, man. There's
really,
especially like when you. Well, I'm used to like presets, but
Mhm.
once I like kind of play outside of
Mhm.
that, I get so obsessed. I'm just like,
It's like,
oh,
I
there's
don't
so many things that I like about it but there's just not enough that
I feel like we're on different like stages of photography. Like you're in the very like
It's still the same.
you're in the very like professional like
Oh no.
like hey yo, I make money on this shit. I got to make sure it's perfect.
No.
For me, it's like
My portraits aren't where I want them to be though.
your portraits are very good.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, it's like for me, it's like, all right, no presets. I'm gonna go in there like every single like boom, 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 boom,
Mhm.
like check every single box basically. I don't know. It's like I like experimenting with, like editing and like different styles because you'll see like professional photographers like they all have very different styles, like a certain like color scale they like to follow, stuff like that.
Definitely finding your style is the
Mhm.
hardest, but once you play around with it, you'll find it.
Yeah, just like get out there. If you're starting photography, get out there and shoot. That's the best advice I could give. It's fun. It's fun if you let it be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything else, honestly. Like if you're doing anything in life, like it's as fun as you let it be. For sure.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. What kind of camera like did you start off with? Like for instance.
I mean, I started off with the one I have now. It's a Nikon 5300.
You looking to upgrade anytime soon?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like you're like you know everything to do with that camera?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I'm actually planning on switching to Canon. But the only thing is like I want a higher quality camera. That way I feel more comfortable charging people.
Yeah.
For that quality. Like for the camera I have now and everything, I don't feel comfortable charging people. And I probably should. But I don't know. I feel like I want to be able to give people like the best I can give them,
I feel like regardless with like a low quality or high quality,
Mhm.
where that really where it really makes a big difference. I mean, obviously prints are prints and all that, but you can change the size within your camera. But let's say like you're editing.
Yeah.
If you have the perfect like setting,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you change on your computer, given that if it isn't like too drastic, it should still look fine.
Oh, for sure, yeah. There's a lot of there's plenty of wiggle room that comes with photography if you do it correctly to where you give yourself enough wiggle room.
Yeah.
You do that the graphic design stuff, right? Pretty often. How do you hop on these? Do you know how to hop on these? You know those apps where you can hire a graphic design artist and you give them.
Yeah, there's one called Fiverr.
Yeah. I've seen that's the only one I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
How do you hop on those? Would you know?
So basically for those like they have like you go to Fiverr's like and like in Google it like Fiverr/creator and they have like a sign up sheet, sign up website where it's like I'm a creator. Here's who I am. Here's what I offer. Here's how much it'll cost. Here's different packages and stuff. You're just filling out information basically.
Yeah, and you haven't signed up?
I have actually.
Yeah.
I've started to sign up.
But you never signed up?
No, I did. I've done like a couple projects on there actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got paid for them?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Just because like I wanted to test like how it works, like all that type of stuff. Yeah, I've done like 3 or 4 projects on there.
My one of my friends. I remember I told you he was trying to get a logo.
Yeah. I haven't been able to get to him because I was working those 3 days in a row that right after you let me know.
No, he hopped on Fiverr because he had asked me about that.
Yeah.
And he had paid $12 for one. That it was like really crappy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had paid $45 for another logo, and it came out clean.
That's good.
Like I forgot what it was. It was like Home Siding Experts or something like that. That was the title.
Yeah.
And he wanted Texas to be like Texas was part of the name. But what the lady ended up doing for the $45 one. Is she put like a house where the Texas is at the top of Texas.
Yeah.
So she put like a little a house to fit that shape, and then the little squiggles were siding pieces, and then
Nice.
the name was in between the Texas, and then the Texas was the rest of the outside, and it came out really dope. But
that sounds good.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't like the color and this, but he's like, it was just like a rough draft for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
all that stuff's like you change.
that's super. It was super cool how like he got the information. He got that sketch after a day. I'm like, damn, this lady was like on it.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, that's a cool app.
I enjoy graphic design a lot, especially when like when you like get the exact spot where the client wants it to be at.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, like you'll like oh, I love this design, Like you'll make a bunch of different ones, and like the one you like hate, the one you like you hate the most, they love. It's like
it's all about what they like.
Yeah, it's like all right, I guess
But you're really good at like pinpointing. Like I'm the most complicated person in the world, and I can tell you something.
I know you are.
I can make something, or I can tell you something, and you can come up with a pretty good idea. I'm like, okay, this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
Because I know how like weird you head things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you have to like really try to find like what your client will like, and of course you just make a bunch of drafts in case whichever one they like the most. It can never just make one design.
Yeah, for sure.
And always if you do make one design, it's always like, can you change this, and this? And you're just like, okay, yeah, I can. And they have the right to do that 50 more times. And then you just got to go with it.
Yeah, I saw a video of this guy, like he sent the same project with the same description to like 10 different artists.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were gonna talk about like Peter McKinnon.
I don't know who it was.
He did that with like photography, like editing the photo.
Oh no, it was a video, like a pizza.
Oh, I saw that one too.
Yeah, and he did like $10 to like 500 or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that one.
But he said the best one was like $100 one, and it was like a steal for $100.
Yeah, I saw a lot of those.
But that's
edits.
cool that like there's different levels to that shit.
It's like everyone has their own different eye. Like there's a photographer on YouTube that gets like a bunch of other photographers, like well-known photographers, and like they all edit the same photo, or like they all shoot the same subject in the same area. Like just seeing like different like perspectives of different people. It's like pretty like eye-opening. It's like, oh, I never thought about doing it that way.
Yeah, for sure. Like
and
everyone's different, and
like you can take that
that's
and like
cool.
Even like different aspects of your life. Like, oh, the way this person thinks, I never thought of it that way. Like just like, take everyone's like opinion with a grain of salt, obviously. But yeah, just like understand that people have different perspectives.
Just
like,
do you, boo.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes to life.
This because like I didn't understand the whole point because I heard like but like 30 times, so I was trying to get understand what you were saying. So I was like,
I've been drinking.
Because you're like,
but like,
and I was like,
I was like, wait, but what is he like?
But what?
Wait, segue.
I was like, where's the lesson here?
Just delete all the butt likes, and then it'll make sense.
Yeah, for sure. I was like, where's this grand scheme of thing going to?
Oh my gosh, I can see it. It's like the beautiful mind show. Like you see all the fucking calculations.
Oh yeah, the meme. Well, I mean, you have a business, right? So how, like, whenever you started that, what was the first thing you did, basically, like for your business?
Like, how did you get into like, I'm gonna make my own business? Like,
yeah.
Or did you did the whole like?
Well, was your name first, like the name of the business, or did you already have clients coming in, or?
I guess where you would start with building your own business would be, number one, believing that you can and that you have the passion to back it, because to me there's no point in like having a business, especially if it's creatively backed, if you don't have any passion towards it. Like me, I had a whole lot of passion going into photography, going into like the weddings and quinces, to where I was like, okay, I'm willing to put in that work and put in those hours and put in that time dedicated to my clients, so I guess where it would start, where I first started, was of course And keep in mind, like when I started my business, I've done it completely wrong, and I'll own that.
Yeah.
I've tried the website. That's a whole different story. I can make my own, but I'm a perfectionist. And when I did go down that road, I didn't get what I wanted, and I ended up getting screwed by a company. But that's okay. I'll just do it myself.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn. I can do it myself, but it's not what I wanted. So that's why I went the route I did. But you can definitely run a business without a website, 100%, and without business cards. All my business has been successful all through word of mouth, pretty much. And so where I started was, obviously, I built my portfolio somewhat through working with my teachers that I co-shot with. The first wedding from that venue that I got, I didn't get it until I built my portfolio. So I told her yes. And then from there, I was like, would you mind asking one of your brides that have been booked if they have a photographer, and if they would be okay with having like someone just come in and shoot their wedding for like free technically. Because I didn't have much of a portfolio from my teachers. I had a few shots, but not like the whole day, which is what I felt I needed to go in and say, hey, I can shoot your wedding for this much. I guess I did a lot of talking with, the people I have shot with, as far as where my pricing was going to start, how much I felt I was worth at the time, which is something that is so huge, because even though if you are a beginner, you have to take in the time that it takes to shoot it. It takes a lot of editing, a lot of material of your own, there's so much money that goes into packages and what you want in those packages that are, I've always worked in sales with any job I did, and photography, so I kind of learned how to build my own package to where one package would appeal better to a client than another one, that would work in my favor. But at the same time, they'd get everything they would want. So it was really hard for me to build those packages because I did tweak them a lot. So I'm sure if like you were my first 3 clients, you would have kind of gotten annoyed if you did look back and see that it was changed. But like I said, that's one of those, you live and you learn.
Just get remarried.
Right, just do it all over. No, but you have to definitely be careful with that. If you give someone a package and they refer you, I made sure to tell them, this is only good for the first year. This package is only good for the first year. If you refer me and their like wedding is in this year, my prices are going to go up, because I had full confidence in myself that this was going to go somewhere, and that's where I wanted it to go. So I did have to think long term. I built up just clients through family portraits, normal portraits, word of mouth,
like a high end like upscale wedding.
Yes.
What would that cost? Like someone in your field, but like super up there. You know how some weddings can range from like 20, 40K and 8, 60, whatever K. It's fucking.
Yeah, they do. They cost a whole lot.
What would you say is like the upper end of that, like photography wise?
I try not to research a lot of like wedding photographers, because personally I overthink it, and I forget like what I want and what my end goal is. And it does help, but when you're looking at too many different businesses, I guess you could say, I guess you could beat yourself down about it and just be like, oh, I'm not doing this right, I'm not doing this right. So I found my favorites. I listened to their podcast. They have one, and that helped. But I guess you could say like a max out, not talking celebrity, you could probably definitely get a good like 8,000, 10,000, depending on whether you're traveling or not. Because travel, or like if you're going to a destination wedding, it's 100% different from somewhere that's going to be local.
Sure. I get that. That's crazy. And then freaking equipment is crazy expensive, especially when you get up into like like you want to upgrade everything.
All that depends on like if you buy or if you rent for like the event.
Yes.
It just depends who you are, right? As a person, which one you benefit from.
Like if that's like you're like sole passion as goal, like you're obviously gonna invest in it, like buying all the stuff because you're gonna use it. But if it's more like, you know, you're still like kind of earning into it.
Yeah.
You're gonna like.
And that's another thing you have to think about. You have to think about, where's my money going?
So I should just rent equipment for my OnlyFans.
Yeah, for sure. Get your little ring light and little little vlogging camera and you're set.
That's it.
Your little camcorder. Get into it.
No, I actually want to bring that up because I've seen a lot of people. Well, first of all, I saw a lot of people start tweeting how successful their OnlyFans were, and they're like, "Oh, look, I just bought this house. You can clown me or this car or whatever, you know." And I got clowned for doing OnlyFans, but I have all this shit now, right? So then people started getting laid off from work, and then, you know, because of COVID-19 and whatnot, and I feel so classy saying COVID-19 over coronavirus. But
scientific term.
What's it called? Yeah, like people just started like okay, well maybe I should make an OnlyFans, or they'll be like, I'll see a poll on Twitter, should I make an OnlyFans or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then no, you know what? There was actually this girl that I saw. I put no. Because she's a pretty girl, right? But I just put no for the hell of it. Dude, it was like 100% no. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I meant to put...
said yes.
I know, I felt bad. But
did you comment it, though?
No, and then I went to the profile. That shit was gone, deleted. And I was like, yikes.
Damn.
But I was like, I mean, you expected everyone to say yes. So it was kind of funny that they said, she's a pretty girl, so she'll be fine.
Yeah.
She just did that for attention, I'm thinking.
Oh my God.
But, I'm like, bro.
Do you think I'm pretty? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's exactly what she asked. Well, like, bro, like, OnlyFans is not for everybody. Like, obviously, if it was for everybody would be doing it. But it's only for a specific group of people who look like unnatural people, like just like out of this world fine, that you want to see what they look like, and so that's what you're gonna pay for. You're not gonna pay for some like random ass shit, like you know, like it's not for everybody. Find another skill, you know. Find something else that you can be good at and then you can make money off of.
Unless their marketing skills are like A1.
Even then,
they got
like,
stories on them, man. I don't know.
I mean, if you're playing like the piano or something, if you're playing like the piano naked or something on OnlyFans, maybe I'll check it out.
I feel like it would be just like,
I don't know. I feel like it's getting saturated right now, and it's a need. It's like every market, right? Supply and demand.
Yeah.
So like, you know, there's so much supply but no demand. You think you're gonna make money?
I feel like at first, like with the whole quarantine thing going, I think everyone was like kind of just juggling with it in there, especially like, you know.
I mean, and some of them are jokes for sure. I can tell those apart. But then when I start seeing those girls post them in their stories on Instagram, then it's not a joke anymore. It's like full blown like.
Just for time.
I'm trying to get into it. Get into it.
Oh my gosh.
But what's it called? The funny thing was that a couple months ago there was a leak of OnlyFans, right? So basically every account that was on OnlyFans, they got exposed, and you can just go check it out for free, right? You have like dudes like basically just making fun of women that are on there, right? Or like, oh, like, you know, you're a fucking whore, you're a slut for being on there. But in the second it's free, everyone's like trying to look for these links, you know?
Check it out, like,
they're like trying to look. We're like,
dang,
like what happened to like, you know, that's some horse shit, you know? Horse shit. But like, yeah, it just makes sense. Like, you know, if you're into it, just pay for it, you know?
Man, I hate that. Like, guys are so willing to, like, unstereotypical.
No, it's fine.
You know, like, the guys that do talk shit, like, I'm sure they go on certain websites and they check it out, but yet you won't, like, support someone. Like, I think right now, like, especially with OnlyFans, girls are just trying to find, like, they're being smart. They're like, this is what's in, let me join, make a few dollars, and then jump out. I mean, there's definitely, like, a way to think about it to where you do, you know, delete it in time so, like, a career doesn't find out.
Yeah.
But definitely, I don't think it's something to, like, be like, oh, you're a slut over.
I mean, regardless, like, I think it's wrong to, like, think that way, to be like, oh, yeah, she's just, like, she did this, blah, 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 because people do think, like, fucked up shit all the time for money. Big companies do fucked up shit for money all the time, you know. And but this just happens to be like, oh, like women are always like, it's seen as a one-way street, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it sucks, but there are consequences no matter what, you know. Whether what we think is morally right or wrong, like you said, if you go out to a company and they find out, they're not gonna want to hire you for some reason. You know, if they find out because of that, you know. So there's certain things that if you're gonna make money, there's gonna be pros and cons to making that type of money. You know, whether it's being judged or and whatnot. You just have to accept. You know, whenever you're
there's a lot to think about before you go into it.
Yeah. When you're making that decision, you just gotta be like, well, is it worth the money?
Right, one salty person could screw up your life.
Exactly. So like, is it really worth the money? If it is, then do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, do you. But then if you're the type of person that like you can't take criticism or people calling you those names really bothers you, and you're afraid for people to find out, then just don't do it. Find something else.
Hop on Forex.
Hop on Fortnite. On Forex. That's crazy. I went to one of those meetings once.
Forex.
The Forex trade. There's money to be made in them.
I never heard of it.
Foreign exchange market. So it's like
one of those pyramid schemes.
No. Well, no, they made it into one.
Yeah.
But basically, Forex trading is trading for other countries' currencies. So you can trade for your U.S. dollar for like a euro or a peso or whatever,
What turned it into the pyramid scheme was they're like, oh, if you pay 200, then you're like in my clique, and then we'll give it back to you
so
if you get this many people underneath you.
It's like the 800 thing.
Kind of.
That just happened recently.
But you know what? The Forex thing was more like, if you join this, we'll sell you this package, and the package
I've heard of Forex.
Is a monthly package. You do get information from that package. Like they teach you trading skills and certain companies and investment things. You learn from it at least.
Yeah.
But the gig is like, hey, but if you get these people under you, then you start making money off this shit.
Yeah.
Off of them. And then you get your trading lessons for free, and then blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. That's the aspect which is like the pyramid scheme. But there's also ways to get into Forex trading without dealing with that bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's just learning on your own, and that's usually the people who do it on their own make that shit to make money on the side. But there's money to be made in that, for sure. And it's interesting.
Yeah, I think the only time I've ever heard of like Forex and shit was like from pyramid schemes.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's known for right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like all the pyramid schemes going on, like after quarantine, like the
buy 100.
Everyone put in 100 and shit, or like
cash out for 800.
Yeah, get out at 800.
I mean, it makes sense if you're one of the first people to cash out.
And then you get everybody joining and shit.
I won't name people who were in it,
but I know
some people in here who were in it. No, you don't know those people, bro.
I know those people.
No, you don't know.
You already told me about those people.
I know, idiot. I'm just trying to keep going. No, it's actually this guy.
Is this his address?
Yeah. No, but they were making fun of the chats because, like, basically towards the end of it, when it became a meme, people stopped joining it, and then so it was like, oh fuck, the people who are in that circle,
they're like,
fuck, like we need to get more people so we can cash out.
Joe sent me a link for one of those.
No, I did not send him a link. I sent him a screenshot, and then.
But you see him in a screenshot, no context, no words, nothing.
Yeah, but I forgot to type out.
You didn't
figure it out for you.
You didn't forget. You're like, hey yo, like I know what that means when you send me something no context. It was hey yo, let's do this.
He's saying it completely out of context because I sent no context, so it's fine. But
if you send no context,
but I sent it to my group chat, and I was like, I was legit asking. I was like, how legit do y'all think this is? And I meant to send that to him too. Why would I send one different thing to like you and one different thing to them?
Because you already know, it's like, hey yo, I'm gonna do this shit.
Hell no, because someone fronted me the $100 to go in, and really? I was like, I'm not gonna do that. No, I was like, nah, it sounds sketchy, it sounds too good to be true. So I said no. But yeah, they were saying that these chats, it's like people started saying, hey, I'm gonna need my blah 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 back because my grandpa just died and we need to pay for his funeral, or my kid and blah blah blah, and like they were making excuses to get their money back, right?
Yeah.
So then they're just like, no, you can't get your money back. You invested it, And I was like, I mean, first of all, we all have 12. Everyone has the stimulus check, right? So I'm like,
not me.
I was like, okay, well, if the people who did that have the stimulus check, right? So you have money to play around with, right? So, it's a loss. If you're gonna lose $100, and that's on you completely. It's like going to the casinos, And then
It is what it is.
yeah, and then second of all is like you came in here knowing you were gonna try to scam other people. You're just the one that got the shit end of the stick.
Yeah.
You know, so like you got to pay the consequence. $100 isn't that bad to me losing if you were trying to get $800 out of it. You know.
Really, if you had it to bet, then
Yeah, exactly.
you knew it was
Yeah.
50-50.
But they were laughing about the group chats because it was like, all right, guys, like we got the right people around us, and I trust that we can all make this work. And then all of a sudden the flex emoji.
Oh my god.
Let's eat, you know.
Oh my god.
And then just like they would just send motivating messages like that, and then the people that I knew were in it, they had got out of it, and they're like, bro, I did the same shit when I was in the middle trying to get my 800.
I bet they're like, reel it in.
Bruh.
Right? Yeah. But I mean, like they said, bro, if something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
Yeah, it probably is.
Probably.
It was a pyramid
Probably.
scheme in the shape of a circle.
Yeah, like I saw like a meme where like it was like boom, and then like a 3D model like whoop. It
Oh,
was like
yeah.
perfect pyramid. It's like yep, makes 100% sense.
That's funny.
Now, whenever you see me that shit, I was like, that shit's a pyramid scheme, 100%.
Nick said, I can't get got.
Exactly. Big brain over here.
No, I definitely was like blonde, like a blonde girl moment.
Really?
Yeah, I was like,
Huh?
I was not
You
intrigued.
got blinded by the money, dog.
I mean, I was never intrigued to do it because I would never bet 100.
Joe.
But
like,
no, they call me on the phone
Hey.
too.
They called you?
They're like, come on, bro, like do
Wow.
it. They're like, bro, I'm about to cash out. I'm gonna get 800. And then he was like, bro, he's like, I'll even pay you your 100 and blah blah blah. He's like, bro, everyone you get from me, I'll pay you $50. And then I was like, nah, I'm good, bro.
You got
Bruh.
some good trust in whoever's underneath you.
I was like, nah. No, but on top of that, I didn't want to hoe anyone out. Like, you know, I put someone in under my name. Like, then they're like, what the fuck, Joe? You know?
Yeah.
So, I'm like, nah. I'm
Well, you
good.
trying to recruit me?
So essentially,
no,
there's
not
like
true.
8 people.
It's, yeah, it's like 8
8
people.
people.
No, it's, you have to get 8 people on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh.
the inside is like, I think 4. And then the inside will be 2, and then the 1. So it's like, you move up a slot every time 8 people cash in.
That's too many players for me.
Yeah, so it'd be like 8, 16, 32, and then you finally get, you know, cashed out.
I mean, it's pyramid scheme, so eventually you get your money if you get enough people under you.
Eventually.
hmm
But you have to get people under you.
Basically, everyone has to get one person in, like everyone, and it'll move the circle move like that.
Yeah.
But then once it becomes memed, it's hard to make any type of money off that.
Because everyone's like, oh shit, this is a pyramid scheme.
Mm.
Trump is supposed to sign for another thing for $1,000.
Is he?
Yeah,
For
and
when?
then I don't know.
No, I think that weren't they talking about like giving out 2,000 or something, and then that's when they were like, let's reopen Texas.
You're not getting money.
I'm not.
Oh, they're reopening Texas tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. For like the first wave of
They were doing that in
businesses
Arlington,
and shit.
anyways, though, where they would like come out and bring the packages to your car.
No, that's normal. That's nothing to do with that.
They're gonna do
No?
No.
they're gonna do like the restaurants again and bars again.
Yeah.
No, really?
Clubs, yeah.
It's so they're doing it in waves. Like the first wave is like certain businesses, and then like second wave is like some more businesses and shit.
Oh,
So it's not like all at once. It's like they're opening different places, but they still encourage people not to go out as much.
I'm not.
So there's people
stuff.
who are immune to this,
They did that in New York.
and they're also gonna start doing the antibodies and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So basically, what it's gonna be is like some people are gonna be immune to it and some people aren't.
What does that mean?
So in New York, they found out there were more cases, but they went through and they're kind of like doing the testing or whatever, and went back and see who was symptomatic in the past and like tested them. And a lot of them, like, they had more cases than they thought, but a lot of them didn't actually catch it because they had the antibodies.
So what they were gonna do is they were gonna issue people who got their blood work tested and proved that they were asymptomatic or weren't like, you know, getting like at risk of getting it,
Yeah.
basically like the severe side effects of it. They were gonna do something where they like a badge or some type of card that proves that you're asymptomatic, right? So those people would be allowed to go out.
Yeah.
But they were like, you know what? That might cause a lot of conflict because it's a form of discrimination. You know, like, hey, how come he can go out and I can't? You know,
Because you're
but
sick.
that's how people would see it though. That's
People are
discrimination.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, they're protesting the whole Don't
fucking
wear a
people
mask.
in Michigan and shit. Have you seen all that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
People was like literally like out in groups of people with no masks with their fucking kids out and about. When like their peaceful rally, like they made rules like, okay, no one's allowed to get out of their vehicle. Like when it was supposed to be up, like all that type of shit. People were fucking leaning out of their window, getting out, getting groups of people, no mask, nothing. Like kids out and everything.
Talking about the protests?
In Michigan.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I did go to Target though, and everyone had a mask on.
Yeah.
That was
It's weird going out and to grocery stores and like seeing everybody with like
I hate
masks
when
on.
I don't see someone with a mask. I'm like, get with it.
I mean, they don't let a lot of people. They don't let anyone in without a mask into like grocery stores.
They probably take them out when they were in the store. Take them off.
Yeah, like if they get caught, they get in trouble.
All right. Well, I guess with all that good news being said about the COVID-19 quarantine, let's all stay safe out here. We had a pretty good episode today with Alexis.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
Thank
me.
you for
It's great
coming
having you on
We'll plug in your socials or whatever
Mhm.
if you want to. Let us
for
know.
your businesses and everything.
They'll be under her name right there, under her face.
So after quarantine, you'll be able to hit her up for photography and all that. She's very talented.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? I'll throw some photos up right now that you've
Stop.
taken.
No.
Look, boom, 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 boom.
That's a lot.
That's 4 photos right there.
All right. Well, sounds good to me. See y'all later.
Bye.
All right.
Y'all be safe.
Thanks, guys.